Warning: the No AC Only Fans podcast may include content not suited for non-mature audiences who can't take a joke. We would like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Enjoy.
Oh my God. Is it the No AC Only Fans podcast?
Oh shit.
Returning in 2023? After taking a month off, pretty much?
Maybe a little longer than that.
Your mind isn't deceiving you people. It's your host, Big Crispy, aka Big Simpin, aka Tyler Gump, and sitting across the table like always, back and better than ever, it's my main man, Christian Klein.
All I gotta say is, it's a new year. We back and we better than ever. And y'all gotta just stay tuned because motherfuckers are focused now.
Hey,
that's all I gotta say.
For sure, for sure. And, you know, we don't expect everybody to understand what we're about to talk about in this episode.
Yeah.
Not everybody understands it. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody wants to, you know, some people aren't going to fuck with the reasoning why we've been gone.
Yeah.
Some people are going to think, you know, like, oh, that's some bullshit. Provide us some content. You know, there's been motherfucking haters. There's been some fake people out there that's been saying some shit. You know, there's been people trying to get us involved in shit that we have nothing to even deal with. But people in our lives that we be crossing out, you know, fucking friends and shit.
Yeah.
Friends that be just causing drama constantly and shit. But we all gonna get into that, man. You know how it is. We're gonna start it up. They'll
gotta keep shit professional.
Yeah, keep shit professional. You know how it is. But I'm gonna get into the one main reason of, you know, kind of why we've been gone or why I haven't been in the mood to do the podcast. I know we both have separate reasons, and, you know, with this time of year, it is definitely something we need to work on together for our future endeavors of, you know, it's been 2 years. We didn't even talk about that. It's been 2 years doing the podcast, officially.
Yeah. In December, yeah.
We still have some flaws that we haven't worked out, like posting consistently. You know, there's a couple times where we get off on some shit. You know, we both get in a mood or something. We both be feeling some type of way. Life gets in the way and we just miss out. So, you know, it's been shitty. I ain't gonna say it, but, you know, Christian's also very busy during this time of the last time of the year in the November, December range with you being 6 days a week, working peak season and shit, making that grind, making that money.
That's for sure.
So it does make it hard, and it puts stress on everybody, and puts stress on everything, basically. And, you know, this year wasn't like
be busy.
For real, and this year wasn't like a typical year. Big Crispy himself went on a trip to New York with the family and shit, so I was gone for a little bit. And then things kind of just snowballed, man. You know, we seen each other on Thanksgiving. Was that the last time? I don't even think we did a podcast on Thanksgiving.
We did.
And, you know, that was kind of the last time we hung out for a little bit. Like 3 weeks, probably, or a month, before we even seen each other again, because we was both so busy.
Pretty much,
something like that.
Yeah, I was pretty much... Like I said, I mean, I was going through some shit there for a minute. I mean, I still am, but things have gotten better. But,
True.
You know, if I can just go ahead into it.
Oh, you want to get into it right now?
Yeah, I'll go into it. But
I was going to save that shit, but if you want to start it up, I mean.
It's well, for the listeners, me and old girl decided to go our separate ways. So for me, going through these 6-day work weeks and going through a breakup at the same time, it's honestly been one of the hardest things that I've had to go through, to be honest. I'm still struggling, but not struggling as much as I was before. To speak my piece, I mean, as much as it hurts to say, I wish I could have been more. Now that I am thinking back and now that I can reflect on things, I can honestly say that I loved that girl more than I've ever loved anything in this life. And losing something that you loved more than anything in the world is honestly hard. It'd be hard for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But, my dad said this phrase to me that my grandpa told him when him and my mom got divorced. He said, you can't lose something you never had. Because if it didn't work out, you never had her. And, that kind of resonated with me. But also, going through something so hard like that, it really teaches you so much. It just taught me that I just feel like for the longest time, I loved her with everything that I had. And I feel like my happiness depended on her. And now I realize that, and this goes for anybody listening to this, you should never, ever let one person be every ounce of your happiness. Never. Because you gotta have your separate lives. You gotta have your different endeavors. You gotta be two separate people that grow happiness together. Don't grow your happiness off of them. And that's just facts. You talk to so many people and they'll tell you the same thing. But at the end of the day, I have grown a lot. I'm starting to go to therapy to better myself. And all I have to say in the situation is, I wish I could. I just wish I could have done more. I wish I could have been more. But
yeah.
It's just you live and you learn, and you make your mistakes. You fuck up. You crash and burn, and you pick up the pieces and you learn from it. That's all I got to say from that situation.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you said some powerful stuff there and shit that would probably strike a lot of people. I know, going through the shit I went through with my baby mama at that time, that was one of those things, like you said, that you kind of have to learn. And, you made a really good statement about basically you can't be 100% of somebody's world and expect everything to work out, Yeah. It's like everything in your life. It doesn't matter what it is. You have to have some type of life and thing balance, whether it's work life, whether it's, work and hobbies, whether it's, your relationship. You got to have you time too. And, you can't 100% necessarily change your whole life for somebody. And eventually, when things do go down, kind of start going down on that end and shit, and you are feeling some type of way. Expressing it to another person and stuff, you're not always going to agree either. And, sadly, if you can't learn to work it out and you can't learn to balance that stuff, things happen. No, nothing against Rachel or yourself or anything. You guys had a good relationship, and I really liked Rachel. She was a good friend to me. She was always, friendly and stuff. I can't, ever say she did anything wrong to me or was negative to me or anything. You know what I mean? Like there was days and nights that I was down and out, depressed and shit like that, not only you and her, helped me through shit like that.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
There was times where I was down and out financially and whatever. And just being able to hang out with you guys sometimes and, her cooking us dinner and shit like that, when we're going through the struggle and shit. Like there was definitely a lot of things that were positive that, I appreciated. And I'm never going to speak a bad word or anything. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It really does suck because, it's somebody that you really do love.
Yeah.
And just the way, I mean, I guess the one positive you can take out of it too is it's not like it ended viciously or in a manner that like a lot of people will go through sometimes that could be even worse. You know what I mean? Like you didn't end up in jail. Nobody ended up getting their shit burned or thrown out or something like that. You know what I mean? Nobody had a, walking on somebody, dicking down somebody else or some shit. Like it was kind of just one of those things where you kind of had to be happy that it ended, somewhat peacefully.
Yeah.
And
I mean, at the end of the day, I have no ill will towards her other than hurt, other than being hurt. I can't sit there and say that I don't have a negative thing to say about her. She taught me a lot about myself. And honestly, she's the only person that taught me how to love.
Right.
She's the person that taught me how to love.
Yeah.
And how can I sit here and have any type of malice feelings towards her when she literally taught me something that will carry with me forever? Like, basically, before I met her, I never thought that I could love something the way that I loved her.
Right.
And that's powerful. And I know there's people that are listening that are thinking about somebody right now that basically taught them the same way. Like they teach you. And you look back on it all, and I realize I messed up in a lot of ways, and I know she messed up in a lot of ways. And there was a lot of things that I would have done differently. But at the end of the day, that was honestly my first real fucking love relationship.
Yeah.
Like I had been with girls in the past, but I never gave a fuck about them.
Nothing like that.
I never gave a fuck about them. Like that fucking living with somebody every day and waking up next to them every day with somebody that you love more than anything in the world, and then you lose that shit will put you in a fucking bind, and that shit will teach you some things that you have never learned before. Something so unique. Nothing else in this life will teach you something like that.
For real.
But better to have loved and lost than to have ever loved at all. And that's really how I've kind of put it in my head. I mean, it's a shitty situation, but like I said, at the end of the day, I have nothing bad to say. I hope that when you really love somebody, you want them to be happy. And regardless of it all, I hope she's happy, and I hope that she finds what she's looking for.
True.
And that's really pretty much all I have to say about it right now.
Yeah, and I mean, pointing back on what you said, I know you kind of touched on that. She taught you to love yourself, and that's a thing people always say. You can't really love somebody else till you learn to love yourself. Yeah. And I think, like you said, with this kind of being your first real serious relationship where you were with her, you lived with her. You were around that person every day, and it wasn't just some high school relationship or college fling or some shit. You know what I mean? It was real. It was your first real relationship that was serious enough that your lives were entangled. And it's just one of those things that you also kind of had a lot of shit that I think, you finally learned to talk about and express and stuff. You know what I mean? You were going through a lot of shit too, of your own, dealing with the hurt and shit with everything that's going on with your mom in the past couple of years and being back in your life. You were still trying to learn to balance that. And you going through your career changes and trying to find yourself and, working a job, and it taking, it took a toll on you. You're in a physical demanding position, where, you're working anywhere between 5 to 6 days a week, working long ass hours and shit. working overtime. I mean, there's countless times that
I got my car stolen.
Yeah,
I went through a layoff. My dad almost died.
Yeah, like you did go through a lot of shit.
Fucking name it, man.
And I know she went through a lot of shit with like, you know, her own mental health stuff and the dog and everything else that's going on with her mom and shit. And it's just one of those things where it almost feels like the old saying where it's like, the right people, but the wrong time, you know, is the right person, but it's kind of just the timing of it.
Yeah.
Was just bad. And it's just one of those things. Like that's how I felt for a long time with my child's mother and stuff. Obviously, you know, things have changed over time and the look on that's been a lot different. Not dogging on her or nothing, but I'm just saying like things have changed, and I realized, you know, that no matter what in that relationship, that I don't think the ending would have ever ended the way I thought it would have. You know what I mean?
I think it's just because y'all are so young, man. That's why.
And that too, you know, and us both finding ourselves, because I think I found myself a lot, and it was kind of weird to hear her admit the one day she did admit, like, you know, she's like, damn, like you are so much further ahead in life, and like you're so much in a place where I never thought you would be with the way like we were when we were young and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was kind of like weird to hear somebody say. But I mean, if you think about it, like, you know, we got together and shit like that and had a kid at a young age, and then I basically worked and then, you know, ended up giving up on school because I was just working all the time and fucking had a kid on the way, and I just wasn't thinking properly. I hated school. I basically hated life. You know what I mean?
You was just growing up.
Yeah,
bro.
and like shit happens, and then I chose to do the work life and shit, and then it ain't been easy. The breakup with her, and then moving back up, being depressed, you know, moving back down, living with my mom for some time, and then finally like being on your own and shit for a while, and like, you know, making your own. Like I made my way. You know what I mean? Some people just got to go through that shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just went through my course of time, and I can tell that, like, my mindset and the way I think about stuff has changed drastically from how I felt after that relationship ended to now.
Up, dude.
You know what I mean?
And
yeah, like you said, it is part of growing up, and it's drastically changed. And I mean, you're kind of going through the same shit. Not everybody goes through it at the same time. You know what I mean? And, you know, for us to start this podcast, and then, you know, ever since the podcast started, that's another thing too, is really ever since the podcast started, you were in that relationship. You know what I mean? Like the relationship started very soon. Like what?
Within the first couple episodes.
I think it was episode 3 or 4 is when you know, Rachel was officially, you guys were together and living with each other and shit, and things kind of just changed. And that's never been, you know, 100% of a reason why we've failed on an episode or whatever. I been going through, you know, I was still going through my shit at that time too, moving out of my mom's and living on my own and shit.
Yeah.
And like there was a lot of depression along the way and shit.
You were still living there for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of depression shit in there for a while.
I know,
you know what I mean?
for everybody.
And and now we're at that stage where we're kind of coming out of it, and both you and I know that like we went through our shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is where we're getting into the podcast shit.
About a year and a half time.
Yeah, we went through our shit. You know what I mean? We weren't as hungry as what, like, you know, that we weren't the same people that were sitting in that bar that night and fucking, you know, being like, sitting in that garage drinking with each other, thinking like, damn, motherfucker, when you was like, dude, why do we just not start a podcast? Like, we should start a podcast. We sit here and bullshit all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I was fucking coming over to your house almost every single day. Fucking chilling, you know what I mean? Just hanging out in the garage, having a drink or something, just de-stressing before you go home or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Just And at that time, we kind of had a drive, and then, you know, things, just life gets ahead of you, and we've taken bumpy roads and shit, and we've taken breaks, and we've missed episodes, and we missed uploads, and, you know, I've gone through a lot of personal shit with depression and stuff, and losing my dad and everything like that, and you know, things haven't been easy, and I haven't had that hunger either to do this. And then it's kind of like with everything that's going on with us, and now, you know,
it's like the light at the end of the tunnel,
right? And we're kind of letting the viewers know, like, you know, Christian's moving in here. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming to stay with me. That means we both have that hunger again to be like, damn, dude, we can do what we want with this fucking podcast, and we're gonna be around each other to the point where we're going to just build each other and be like, man, we're going to build this shit. Like, we want to do this. We want to focus on it. There's been so much shit we wanted to do that we couldn't do because we're not seeing each other. You know, we have to wait till the weekend.
Relationships, like depression.
Kids and shit, you know, like having Liliana and stuff. And now we're going to be to the point where we're going to be able to, like, brainstorm shit throughout the week or film small stuff, you know, on nights and shit like that. And we're going to be around each other on the weekend. And the weekends, you know, I don't have Lily and, you know, we're both free and shit. We're going to have that, you know, want to film shit, want to film episodes, wanting to film skits. We can sit down and write and brainstorm with each other, being in the same room and shit. You know what I mean? The shit's just different now. And, like, shit's gonna change, man. Like, we're gonna really be on the grind of the shit. We're gonna upload consistently. We're gonna expand our shit like we wanted to. We're actually gonna release more skits and, like, write shit.
Like, film some short films.
Yeah, and I'm excited for that, man. Like, I'm ready to, like, that's always what I've always wanted done. I've told everybody, you know? My goal, I've always wanted to own an entertainment company, you know? Entertain people for a living. Whether that's not just me, though. Like, I want my friends around me that are good entertainers.
Yeah.
You know, the people we know that's good with shit. Like, we always wanted to bring them along. And this is going to be our opportunity to do it. And we're going to put our heads down and grind.
We got the No AC OnlyFans house now.
True. And you know what? That's another thing I think, too. With having somebody here, I can't be lazy either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm going to come home and be like, yo, let's get that podcast going.
Let's get it going. Let's edit it. You know, we're going to be talking about now that having you here, I can show you how to, like, edit some shit. You know, we always wanted to do that to where we both knew what we were doing.
And we're going to start recording music, too.
Yeah,
Trust me.
You wanted to get the studio and shit. We're going to expand. We're going to do our thing. We're just going to do it and have fun. And I'm excited for the future and what the future brings. You know what I mean? And that brings us into another thing, though, like, you know, talking about all that sad shit, like, bro, I was going through it, too, and, like, just being depressed. I told Christian, you know, the other day, I texted him, like, because I was supposed to chill with you, you know what I mean? Fuck, I dropped that shit.
Yeah, you ghosted me the whole week.
I basically ghosted you that night and the next day because, like, I was just in my shit, man. I was so in my head. I slept all day, didn't want to get out of bed and shit, and I literally, like, texted you. I'm like, bro, like, you need to move in as soon as fucking possible because, like, I'm going insane being here by myself. Lily was gone for, like, fucking, you know, 4 or 5 days with
it weighs on you
with her cousins and hanging out with my mom and shit because she didn't have school and, like, just being alone for so long. Yeah, that shit it starts to weigh down and, like, you just get depressed. And I'm, like, so glad that now it's like you said, it's like I know there's going to be somebody back at the house. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about
comfort in that.
Yeah, like,
even you don't even know that if they're going to get back at 7 or 8. You're like, oh, I know he's coming home.
Yeah, at least he's coming home. You know what I mean? Like that's what's cool too. Is like I can rely on somebody being here, and I don't have to fucking be sitting up in my bed all alone or some shit. You know what I mean? Like depressed. Like I can enjoy myself. And enjoy your company, and I don't have to worry about like, damn, I don't have anybody around, because that was one of my biggest things too. When I was down and out, I didn't want to drive, man. I don't want to drive 25 minutes, and I don't want to be around. Like, no offense to your family, I love all your family and shit, but sometimes I don't want to be around your family. Sometimes I don't want to hang around them. You know, I don't want to be in that mood. Like, I want to chill with you, but I don't want to chill with everybody else. I don't want to chill with, like, Tony. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it 100%.
You just need you understand it.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm kind of the same way.
For real. So, like, it's just one of those things. Like it's going to be good.
It's kind of like that. Like, I love to be around people, but it's like, it's kind of like that thing where you got to be around the right people, because just because you're around people, you can still be alone in a room full of people. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be around somebody that, like, that's substance. You know what I mean? That gets you, that you can actually have a real ass conversation with, not motherfuckers that are just like, well, hey, how you doing? Oh, things have been great. Fucking Rachel. I mean, not Rachel. Not Rachel. Fucking Zach. He finally pooped all the potty for the first time today. Like, I don't fucking care.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, and that was the thing.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
I don't
bro.
fucking care, man. God.
And
I'm alone.
There was shit. I was dealing with that shit too, though. I mean, look how many times I was so kind of down and out that I was trying to even hang out with my baby mama, bro.
Oh my
and her
God.
kid, and then I just got fed up with that. I'm like, dude, I can't do it.
Oh,
anymore,
so you
honestly.
tried it? You didn't even tell me this.
Oh no, we hung out like.
Because she pushed it through, and you're like, fuck, I ain't feeling too great.
It was the
Come
weekends,
on through.
Yeah, it was kind of the weekends that, like, she was supposed to have Lily anyways. And it was one of those things, it's like, I don't want Lily to leave. So it's easier to invite her over and just be like, well, why don't you just spend the night, you sleep on the couch?
Yeah.
And,
but do you think she's
so
going to try to
can
creep
still-
up them stairs?
Oh, no, because I would usually sleep with Lily because I'm like, I want to be around somebody, and you know, it's kind of nice to have.
No, I get it, man.
safety
Sleeping
blanket.
alone fucking fucks with you.
Yeah,
if
and
you're
it's
going
like-
through stuff.
And, you know, people always like, oh, it's not great to sleep with your kid, but like, dude, fucking, it's better than sleeping by myself, because I'm that type of person that if I'm sleeping alone, it takes me like 10 times longer to fall asleep than it does if I'm sleeping with somebody. You know what I mean?
I get what
Like, Lily, like, I would be up until like 3 a.m., and Lily would like have a nightmare or some shit, you know, run up in my room or something and like crawl in bed with me. And then after being up for so long, I'm still not even tired, but I'd be out in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, I got somebody there, like, cool, you know, it is what it is. Plus, It's very fucking creepy when you wake up at 3 a.m. to your fucking child at the foot of your bed just staring at you like the fucking, the Ring girl or some shit. You know what I mean? That shit ain't fun. So I'd rather fucking be in the bed than scare the fuck out of me in the middle of the night coming up the stairs or something.
I'm not going to lie to you. I had trouble sleeping by myself for a little bit, but like that shit faded real quick because I like to sprawl out and I like a big bed. And then all of a sudden I'm like, God damn, like I really slept great.
No, I mean,
wake
there are
up
days.
and I'm like, damn, I ain't got no pains or nothing.
Yeah. When you're in a good mood, it's nice to sleep alone. There are a lot of nights that I don't want Lily to sleep with me because I like to sprawl out. You know what I mean? There's nights that I want to sprawl the fuck out. I want to spread.
I feel you.
I want to spread my legs as wide as possible. I want to fucking lay my arms out wide as possible. I want to just lay down on my stomach or my back and just fucking engulf that bed.
Sometimes
by myself.
I think you just got to take shit for what it is, bro. I mean, but also from the way that you're talking, I feel like you need to learn how to be by yourself too.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can be by myself, but I think it's worse because of the depression. Like, I'm okay with it. There are a lot of times where I do just want to be by myself.
You want to be by yourself, but you don't want to be by yourself.
No, there are a lot of times where I just truly want to be by myself and I'm in a good mood. And and there are times I've done that, you know what I mean? There are times where I've like not wanted to hang out with you because I'm in a good mood and I just want to be by myself playing some games, enjoying, you know, just enjoying fucking company like with my brother or something that I don't get to talk to every now and then and shit.
Yeah, I feel you.
That happens, you know, there's those nights like that. It's not always, you know, down and depressed, but I feel like the depression's a lot outweighs the good sometimes when I'm alone, you know what I mean? But I will say the one thing that I cannot wait till they fucking make legal in Ohio because it's like I want to go get my medical card, but at the same time I don't want to lose the right to
Where's
fucking.
the card?
I dropped it down here. But like I don't want to lose the right to have a firearm, but I want to smoke weed legally. You know what I mean? I want to be able to just go roll up to the fucking dispensary and get shit. I don't want to have to fucking buy off of high school kids or some shit. You never know who you're buying from.
That's why you got to
nowadays,
get
bro.
one before.
Exactly.
Look, you know who? He got him a gun. He got his card.
I know. That's why I need to do it.
I'm about to buy my first one soon.
But I want to be like, when I start making money, though, I want to be able to buy as many guns as I want. I don't want to have to fucking be limited to buying one gun. I want to be able to fucking own whatever I want when I want it. You know what I mean?
My thing is, I just want different varieties. Like, I want an automatic. Like, I want like an AR-15. I want me a nice pistol. I want, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to fucking go crazy. Like, I don't know.
I'm not saying buck wild.
I had grandpas in my family that were like that. Like, just bought spend all their money on fucking guns and like, there's no fucking use. You probably, there's some guns down there that you died and you only shot one time and you fucking spent how much money on it?
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather spend my money on shit I like, which is like clothes and.
Right. I ain't trying to spend like, I'm not trying to have like a fucking vault of guns, but like, say I became, wealthy and I could spend some money on some guns or something. Because that was one thing that's holding me back from buying a gun, is I never felt comfortable spending $500, $400, $600, $700 on a weapon.
You can get one for a couple $100.
Yeah, but even then, I don't want to buy a $200 pistol.
I just spent almost $300 on a jersey the other day.
Yeah, but I don't think... and you know what? You're right. Riley Reid costs around $200, but I wasn't willing to buy a gun, damn it. But you know what? It don't matter because... it don't matter.
He done got the mouthpiece for it with his Lions Den points.
But you know what? I can't spend that money on a gun, man. I don't know, so I can't buy it.
I get it.
But if I was wealthy enough to purchase a gun, there's a couple guns that I would want to purchase for like nostalgia's sake. Like a gun that I like using in a video game, or a gun I've always found cool or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'd buy some shit like that just to have it, for my own like collectibles. Just like everything else I collect, you know what I mean? I'd probably buy more collectibles if I was fucking
Here's something that like I've really thought about. Like, did you ever think about, because obviously you have mental health things that you struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think, this is kind of morbid, and I know there are other people listening to this that'll probably feel the same way. I think it's like, I like guns and I love shooting them, and I grew up shooting guns and stuff like that. But like you said, you don't like to be alone a lot.
Yeah.
And when you're going through shit and you're in your worst place and you have that thought that you have a gun there, there's a comfort knowing that you don't have that gun there. Because you sit there and think like, well, God, this is fucking horrible to say, but like, where I'm going with this.
I think that's why, obviously it's good to have them locked up properly.
But it's your lock.
Right.
You can get into
I'm not saying that. But at the same time, this is going to sound really weird too. But like, I would say before my dad passed away, I always felt somewhat suicidal every now and then.
Okay.
But ever since he passed away, I can get depressed, but I have not had one thought about actually killing myself or ending my life or anything since he passed away, because I got to experience how fucked up it made everybody else. You know what I mean? I got to experience what it does to others. So I would never want to do that, because I wouldn't want to, and I wouldn't want basically Lily to go through the shit I went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of sounds weird to say, but I literally, like, I can be down and depressed. Life sucks. I just want to sleep all day.
That's the way I am.
But
I
don't want to kill myself.
I've never been suicidal.
And I know I'll get through it. That's the thing too, is I know I will get through it. I just have to let it ride it out. And then I just ride it out. And it's never like, until that day comes where it gets so bad that I can't ride it out, I'd probably go get help before I would end my life.
I kind of got to tell you the story. This is really fucked up. And it hurts to say, but this is some real shit. So I talked to my grandmother about this. She's got a 22 that she bought a couple years ago. And I asked her, I said, so why did you buy this? And she's got very bad COPD. She had asthma her whole life, and she's been smoking since she was like 9 years old. She's like 77 now, 76.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so why did you buy this? Why did you buy the gun? You don't need a gun. You know what she said? She said, I bought that gun so if one day when I can just not breathe, she said, I'm going to take that gun and blow my brains out, because not being able to breathe is worth it.
So she's basically saying that, like,
If there's a day
it comes to where
that she's gasping for breath and cannot breathe anymore, she's going to take the gun and kill herself. Yeah,
instead of be gasping for breath.
Yes, and I know her. She's a strong ass woman. She'll do it.
That's crazy, but
some real shit. Like that's some real shit.
This shit's dead as fuck. For sure. Yeah, that is pretty real. I mean, that's kind of wild to think about. I definitely agree in somewhat, like, I would say this. If I was in a vegetable state, or if I was paralyzed from the neck down or something. But
not being able to breathe is something that...
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, if I'm thinking about my own life, if I was, like, paralyzed from the neck down and I was miserable and I was, like, a vegetable...
Can't even use your dick anymore.
Yeah, on life support or some shit, I would rather you just kill me than... keep me alive. You know what I mean? I'd be miserable. And I think old people go through that because, like, if you think about it, if I'm an old person too, I wouldn't want to be put in a fucking nursing home and deal with the shit that they have to deal with. I mean, I've seen it firsthand how fucking bad it can get in there. And all these fucking girls that went to high school with us and, you know, we know and shit that are fucking STNAs or whatever the fuck they're called for home health care and shit.
$14 for that.
Fucking girl, I know who you know I'm talking about right now. These motherfucking bitches be up on Snapchat posting fucking stories all day long when they're supposed to be taking care of old people. You know your fucking grandma or grandpa sitting in that nursing home had that damn bedpan under their ass for fucking 6 hours because old...
Ain't even got the dookie clean.
Old fucking Allison... or whatever the fuck you want to call her is over there, you know, messing on her phone, texting her boyfriend or some shit. Like, that's fucking... It sickens me, man, to see what some of those old people have to go through in those nursing homes. And I think if you're at that point in your life where you got to go into a nursing home and you physically, like, hate life, I think they should give you the option to die. If you want to fucking die, I mean, if you're 99 years old, 97, 96, 95, you're fucking over it, man. You don't want to live no more? Fuck that. I wouldn't want to be put in a nursing home. If my option was sit in a fucking bed all day and hang around old, miserable other fucking people that just want to die, I would rather just be dead and then be in that situation.
Yeah, I agree.
I couldn't stand putting my mom or somebody in a nursing home and having to fucking sit there and, you know, listen to them call me or something and be like, oh, Tyler, like, I've fucking been in here for, you know, 10 hours and nobody's come and checked on me. I'm pissing and shitting myself or whatever. I could not fucking stand listening to that shit, man. Or having to deal with it. I'd feel bad.
Well, that's one thing, like... That's one thing that I always thought about because I have dementia and shit in my family. And I feel like, because I've watched it. I watched it happen with two of my grandparents on both sides. Mm-hmm. To the point that their mind deteriorated to the point that they didn't even know who I was anymore. And loving somebody, that's one of my biggest fears is loving somebody with everything you have. And you watch them deteriorate to the point that they don't even know who you are anymore.
Right.
And you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's some fucking pain, man. That is some real pain. And I know that there's going to be somebody that listens to this that has lived through that. And I feel for you because I've seen it. And this was I lived this being a small child with grandparents. So my idea of it, it's pain. But can you imagine being with somebody and being with them for a very long time? Like a mother or a wife that you have been with forever. And their mind completely deteriorates to the point that they don't even know who you are. They don't know the memories. They don't know the 40 years of hardship and love and real life shit, waking up with you every day. Going through that, in my eyes, is probably the hardest thing that I could think of going through. Loving somebody every fucking day. And then one day, 30 years later, they wake up and they say, what's your name?
Yeah.
They don't remember fucking losing a job and and you having to pick up 2 jobs to get by while your kids are there. You don't even know how you're going to get your next meal because you're going through those hard times. The hard times together make or break you. You go through 40 years of love, hard times, people flourishing, people making money, people losing money. Money comes and goes, right? So those fucking times, you build with somebody. You build a family with somebody. You build something that you have always envisioned of building together. You love somebody for that long, and they can look at you in your baby blue eyes and not even know who you are. That is fucking pain, man. Yeah, and there's not a person listening to this that when you think about it, that's fucking real pain.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine, especially like I know nowadays it's probably a lot more rare to find and shit, but imagine, you know, with some people in the age they are nowadays, you ever been to a wedding and they start doing that bullshit where they're like, who's been married 10 years, 15 years, 20? You imagine being married for 60 fucking plus years? Yeah. And then having to watch your significant other that you spent all that time with just fucking die right before your eyes.
Imagine being
like
young.
That's just gotta hurt. And yeah, you being young too. I mean, it's just
being young. I think being young would be harder.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just hard in general.
Think of like I don't know. I don't want to spoil shit in Jenny and Georgia, but there's a couple in there that they got married, you know, probably like late 20s. Now they're in their mid 40s. Now he's dying. And that woman loves him more than anything. And that's kind of what brought on what I was talking about. He lost his mind and looked at her and said, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I think that, like, if you lost your mind and you absolutely don't know who somebody is, that's just.
But they don't know. But you're forced to deal with that.
I guess the question is, this kind of reminds me of a question I heard. I heard the other day, basically. So basically, imagine you're in that situation.
I have, actually, many times.
Okay, so you're in this, but I'm saying like with a significant other.
Yeah, I have many times.
Imagine you're in this situation, and you've been with somebody for let's say 10 years. You're with this person for 10 years, and they have a traumatic accident, and they basically wake up, and they don't remember you at all, like you're saying. You know, they have no idea who you are.
Yeah,
and they they can stay. Let's put it this way.
That's some real fucking pain.
Let's put it this way. They wake up, and this is basically going to be a choice thing. Let's say they're either paralyzed, basically from the neck down, for the rest of their life, paralyzed, and you can still be with them. They know who you are, whatever.
Yeah.
Or would you rather have them walk away scot-free, make a full recovery, but not know who you are and not want to be with you when they wake up? Like, that's a fucked up question.
Some real pain.
But it's like, are you willing to love somebody so much that you would let them go so they can enjoy the happiness and the rest of their life they have? Or would you be selfish enough to love somebody so much that you would rather see them suffering and be basically paralyzed for the rest of their life, but you get to still be around? Because that's kind of selfish to yourself. If you keep them around, right? So like, it's like, would you rather go through the pain, or would you rather?
I would rather go. I've been going through fucking pain my whole life. Yeah.
And you know what? You saying that you would rather have them flourish.
Yes.
I think not only myself, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the listeners listening to this right now, and whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, because I feel like this is a good one to share. YouTube, TikTok, fucking Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're watching this video right now. I think 90% of the people would choose letting them be happy and walk away scot-free instead of being selfish. I think we have a lot of selfless lovers and a lot of people that would give up and go through the shit themselves because they want somebody else to be happy. And I mean, that's true love, man. You have to really fucking love somebody because you could. I mean, who doesn't say, you're like,
can.
No, I'd rather them be paralyzed. Like if you say you'd rather them be paralyzed, what happens if 2 years down the road you get sick of it and you end up leaving that person? How do you think they're going to feel? You know what I mean? They went through this tragic accident and you just up and left them. You know what I mean? And then they're fucking, you up and left somebody and they're stuck in a state where how the fuck are they going to find love now? They're paralyzed. They got nobody to take care of them.
Yeah.
And it's a fucked up thing to think, but I think, if you love somebody truly enough that you would let them walk away, like you would let them walk away healthy. And if you feel like that about somebody, ask that question to yourself. Do I really love this person? And put that scenario in your head. And if you are saying that you would rather let them walk away, then you truly love that person. I think if you say, "Oh, I'd rather them be paralyzed," I think you're selfish and you ain't in that relationship for what it should be. It kind of sounds
like I said. I was told,
it's great,
and this shit resonated with me. If you really, actually love somebody, you will let them go and wish them happiness.
True.
If you really love somebody.
Mm-hmm. I think that's just
no petty shit. Like you really love somebody.
Do you think that's an all-around thing, women and men?
No, I don't think so.
It's more of a
I think there's
thing?
a lot of motherfuckers that'll break up with somebody and be like, I wish that bitch nothing but the worst. I will think every day about, no, fuck that. Like, at the end of the day, if you really look back on a relationship, you learn something.
So you're basically saying all the people that are bitter or like have a bad ending and shit.
For sure.
It's because they weren't really into that relationship.
Well, I mean,
because if you think about it, that's what happens a lot, right? I can't tell you how many countless people I know talking about, oh, my fucking baby daddy cheated on me or this motherfucker cheated on me, blah, blah, blah. It ends up in a bad breakup. They never loved each other because if you were willing to cheat,
yeah, you never
breakup, you never loved that person.
Like my dad said to me, you can't lose what you never had.
True.
Because if you really had her, she never would have left.
That is true.
Can't lose what you never had. And y'all can use that one. Next thing you know, we gonna have them t-shirts out. You can't lose what you never had.
Hey,
let's
that's
go,
not a bad
baby.
idea, bud.
Yep. And it's for real though. I mean,
you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I think let's take a quick commercial break.
I agree.
The first
with
one
you.
of the 2023 year. We're going to go to the bathroom shit, recollect. We're going to come back on a more positive note. We're going to talk about the future and what's to come, who we want to be on. We want to hear from the people.
We might have a quick little
we might have a little special guest too, by the way. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. We love you. Thank you for joining us in the 2023 year, and we'll be right back, baby.
Thank you for listening to my piece. Be back, babies. All right, we back, babies. All right, so we got the first guest of the year on the Noaconlyfans podcast. We got Al on. Say what's up, Al.
What's up, guys?
I wanted to bring you on because I know you personally, and this has kind of been a mental health episode. And we've been talking about my breakup, and you know a lot of shit about the breakup. So, and you also talk about a girl that you were with for quite a long time that really fucked you up. So I kind of want to reach on that with you for the listeners because, loving somebody and losing them is a big fucking thing, man.
Yeah, it truly is, man.
And you also say, you moved on, but you still love that girl like you was with her yesterday.
Yep. Sure do.
So give us a little insight. I mean, you don't have to tell everything, but tell us what happened a little bit in the situation.
I was with the girl. I mean, at first, I didn't know. It kind of like came on as a like kind of just spur of the moment thing. I mean, I knew I liked her, blah blah blah, but then later on, I found out I really truly did love her one week. I mean, that was a really tough one, but yeah, we talked about being together forever. Like she had a kid.
Yeah.
But then, dude, she just one day just was
done,
gone like the wind. It was like, yeah. It was just like it was. Oh, dude, I never thought I would have.
I'm gonna touch on that because that was something that I was honestly thinking about all day today. Because shit, I've been watching Jenny and Georgia. I know some of the listeners have been tuning into that, but one of the things that old girl said after they broke up was, "You said we were going to be together forever."
Yep.
Like, and that was something that like resonated with me because no matter what me and my ex were going through, she would always come back and be like, "I know that me and you are going to be together forever." And God damn it, towards the end of that, I fucking believed it.
Oh, so did I.
And no matter what your bullshit was, no matter what you were going through, no matter like what mental health issues you were going through, you still at the end of the day loved her so much, and you went back on that and you were like, damn, she really loves me. We're going to see this shit through the end. And then bam, it's fucking gone. Yep. Gone with the fucking wind. Get to getting gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like that's some shit that's really gonna fuck with you. And when you go on to the next one, when they say those words, oh well, we're gonna be together forever. You're gonna be sitting there like, yeah, I heard this bullshit before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell you one thing right now. I will tell you one thing right now. Never let your chick become friends with your fucking neighbor.
Oh boy, why is that?
Now, if you're at a house,
fucking the neighbor?
Why is that?
No. A chick. No.
Yeah. Why can't she be friends with the neighbor? What happened?
Yeah,
they just, I don't know. They fucking were friends, and that would be like, yeah, never, not again. Like I'd burn my neighbor's house down. Like, no, good thing she moved out.
I got a funny story for that because my dad was telling me about when he first met my stepmom. She was friends with this girl, right? And they were my stepmom's friend was actually getting ready to get married to this guy. And my dad told me that they went over there and got fucked up, right? And they lived next to these two strippers. So him and my dad got fucked up. And he pulls my dad aside. He goes, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've been fucking them two strippers next to it. And they was about to get married in a couple weeks, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
So he is right. Do not let your girl or man be friends with them neighbors because you don't know what's going on.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, unless you live in like a big ass house, like everyone's married, has kids, blah blah. Yeah, nope.
Hey, I don't be saying that because it's not even that. Man.
I mean,
my dad, dude, it was craziest shit I've ever seen. My dad was friends with this guy for a very long time. They were probably friends for 30 plus years, and him and his wife was married for 26 years. And he came out after he had 4 kids with her, and he came out 26 years later and was like, yeah, I'm gay, and this whole relationship, I've been faking it. His best friend, he was fucking his best friend. That was a dude.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta watch guys and girls, man.
You right.
Yeah, shit. That's true.
She might be your best friend's coochie. You know
Hey, I mean, I was innocent. I never cheated. I'm not a cheater, but I would.
Yeah.
Sometimes when my girl went to sleep, I would like still go out to the bar and like fucking. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, what time was she going to bed? 7:30, or would you wait? My question is,
this is like
was this like 12 o'clock thing, and you got dressed real quick just to head out for 30 minutes?
Yeah. It would be like 1 a.m. I'd still go out for like an hour and a half.
Damn, son.
Damn, you should have been thinking about that. You should be like, yeah, this shit probably
I wasn't, dude. I wasn't cheating. I just was like trying to. He was just trying to go to bed. I was trying to go out.
Dude, I feel it. Did you ever think about that during the time? You're like, this shit probably ain't gonna work out.
Hey, you know what?
Well, no, she didn't. I mean, she wouldn't have. Wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just going out. For
maybe she was happy you was going out so the neighbor could come in.
The neighbor was a chick.
Oh,
Wait.
Well, okay, so this reminds me of a thing. Okay. So
it wasn't a dude.
No. Okay,
it wasn't a fucking dude.
This reminds me of a thing. Okay, this is going to be a real controversial topic, and women might hate this.
Okay, all right.
The number one contributor to ending of a relationship between a man and a woman, I think, is another woman, because 99% of women
finances
are more than welcome to tell their best friend, "Oh, why don't you just leave him?"
Oh, yeah.
Yet she wouldn't do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
This happened to my old Spanish teacher, bro. His wife went on a cruise with a bunch of her girlfriends.
What?
While they were on the cruise, they all made a pact that they were going to come home and divorce their husbands. They came home, and then she was the only one that divorced her husband, and all of her friends didn't divorce her. And she looked a fucking fool, bro.
If this doesn't prove anything, it's that women don't know what the fuck they want. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn straight.
Yeah,
I think women are the biggest contributor. They tell each other to break up with their mate.
Oh yeah, my dad always told me one thing. This is one thing my dad has always said, and it's always been true. You got a girl, she starts hanging out with her single bitches, the relationship's over. You can go ahead and count it out. It's done.
Oh, yeah.
Because they think they're going to find somebody else. The grass is always greener, blah, blah, blah. I mean, and this is not like, you know how your parents can tell you shit that you know, like, oh, it's a little bit toxic, like you shouldn't listen to this. And then you grow a little bit older and you're like, God damn, that motherfucker was correct.
Yep. Oh, yeah, dude. Well, the funny part is now that neighbor is a lesbian now.
Oh, yeah, so she was trying to fuck her. She was trying to fuck her.
So wait, did your ex partake in like any
I don't
licking
think so.
or sticking?
No, I don't think so at all.
But you think the neighbor was trying,
though?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she didn't take part in no licking.
I mean, she could, but I don't know what's going on with that shit. But
I mean, did you have some suspicions or anything like that, or you just think, oh,
no, not at all. Nope, not at all.
Well, obviously, maybe she probably wasn't. She's married and has, she got a life now.
Yeah, I don't think she was. Yeah. But she did. You did make a good point. Like, you're right with that. Like, influence on, you don't need to do that, blah, blah. I'm like, okay.
Fuck that motherfucker. He drinks too much and he works every day too long.
Yeah, he works all
shit
day.
Like that gets in a bitch's head, man.
Oh, yeah. For sure, dude.
That's one thing I can't stand is that women are so unappreciative of you working every motherfucking day, man. They'd be like, he works too much, can't be with him. And it's like, motherfucker, you would have nothing without me.
Well, no, we also had a friend, Al. We also had a friend on here quite a while ago that was going through a breakup, and he was talking about. He's like, I pay all the bills. I got a big cock. I fuck her right. I do everything right, and it's just not enough. She's not appreciating. She's not appreciating the big cock. She's not appreciating the bills paid. She don't even cook me no meals. Blah, blah, blah. It's just not enough.
She ain't be sucking dick.
She don't be sucking dick.
Nope. I'd be like, nope, you gone, bitch. You gone. Get out. Get out the house.
I think you can make a lot of men happy by just sexually pleasing them in the relationship. There's a lot of men that just could use a blowjob at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
And they wouldn't give a fuck. They would not give a fuck what you do as long as you give them a little satisfaction.
That's Chris's fucking mantra right there. He's like, you know how hard my life is? If my girl would just suck a little cock, my life would be easy. I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, a lot of women nowadays, they don't want to suck cock. I mean, we can talk about it, but...
Well, dude, I see, like, hot chicks, like, with a fucking, like, almost homeless guy. I'm like, what are you doing? Like I don't care if he's, like, I'm over here, like, I'm not rich or anything, but I'm over here buying, like, a fucking...
You're a six-figure man, though.
Like, a fucking, like...
Al's a six-figure man.
Like, I don't give a shit about... Just like, God damn.
I think at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. Women, a lot of women, and I'm not saying all women, and I'm not saying every woman get offensive. A lot of women are just attention seekers. And they will give their time of day to anybody, no matter what they look like, no matter what their life is, no matter how down bad they are or how up they have it. You give them attention, they're willing to fucking go and ruin their life over somebody giving them a little bit of attention.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I, like, don't, like, dude, I know, I'm not saying I'm the most attractive, but I know I'm good looking. I know I have a good job. I have a nice place. Like, I'm like, dude, I should be able to get any chick I want. I don't, but all the fucking smoking hot chicks are dumb as fuck.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, not all of them, but like most of them are just like stuck up nowadays, especially the younger ones.
Well, that's my problem too. Is a woman, like, they always say they know what they're looking for, but I don't think they ever know what they're looking for, because at the end of the day, they can have fucking everything, man. They can have it good, and they don't know how good they have it, and then sometimes it isn't enough. Like Christian said, you can give her the world, but at the end of the day, sometimes it ain't enough. You know, I've known several people. I've known, somebody very close to me that, has multiple kids with this woman, takes care of her, fucking treats her well, never cheats, is loyal as fuck. But at the end of the day, what'd she do? She still went out and cheated on him. You know why? Because somebody gave her a little bit of motherfucking attention. Yep. And you know what? That motherfucker threatens, next thing you know, is threatening to kill him, blah, blah, blah. The dude's fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why would you leave somebody you've been married to for, 10 plus years to go fucking fuck around with some crazy motherfucker that it isn't even right in the head and threatens to kill you and your family because you break it off with him? It's like, what in the right mind makes it like, what is it? Like, I wish that was the thing. I wish people were more honest about like what it was in that conversation of why they decided to cheat or why they decided to go after this person or whatever. I feel like people aren't honest enough about it.
Yeah, but
dude, here's what I go. No, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Communication is the key in what mine, and that's why my relationship. If she would have told me the things that I did she didn't like, or things I said she didn't like, that's the key right there.
But I know you, Al, and you're unapologetically yourself, and I am the exact same way, and that's just how it goes, bro.
I mean, I would, dude. If you told me what I was doing wrong, blah, blah, talked it out, that would have saved it.
If she would have told you to stop talking about them midget bitches assholes, you would have did it, right?
Dude, if she would have told me, like, to stop, dude, I love that girl. If she would have told me to, like, quit drinking. I mean, not fully quit drinking, but
oh boy, this must have been an issue in the relationship.
Dude, I mean, come on. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, if you would have said, just been 100% serious, like, hey, you need to please stop doing this or this. like, or I might like leave. That could have saved the relationship, and I'm being dead serious here.
No, I feel you because Al, because I feel like me and you are very we're very similar in the way that we are. And I just think that you just need somebody to be very extremely straightforward with you. And I am the exact same way. Sure. But some 100%. people want you to read between the lines, and that's just not me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a bitch to tell me, "Hey, you're fucking drinking too much. You better stop, and you better start listening to me, or I'm gonna fucking leave your ass." And I'd be like, "All right, bet, I got you." I don't like. Some people can read between the lines, but Al, me and you can't.
No.
And then one day you're sitting there and you're like, God damn, I guess the shit was over.
I think that's the thing too, is too many motherfuckers play, bro. People can't just be straight up.
Exactly. That's also true.
It's all mind games. It's all,
and it's also how you grew up too. You must have grew up in a real ass household.
Yeah, but like you can't just sit there. You can't just sit there and pout and be like, And you'll be like, what's wrong? What's wrong, babe? Nothing. Like that shit doesn't help anything.
Like you're not happy, so you decide to try to play some type of games or like to not give you the real shit, but like expect you to pick up on the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I ain't picking up on shit.
Hey,
like,
the greatest thing ever, the greatest thing they always use is, you know what you did wrong. That is the number one fucking. You know what you did. You know what you did wrong. And it's like, but do you like? If I knew what I did wrong,
like
maybe,
no, I don't.
Just communicate it, man.
Tell me what I did wrong, and tell me what I need to do different, and tell me that you're at that point that I'm gonna fucking leave you if you don't do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's like when I'm out front with in my boxers, no shirt, lighting off fireworks, like at 4 a.m. I mean, okay, at least, I mean, it was Saturday night. I mean, come on. But we had to like.
I was wildin'.
But yeah, I mean, at least I still made it to bed.
Yeah,
exactly. Without pissing or nothing.
Hey, I still made it to the bed.
Yeah, I didn't piss myself. I didn't. I mean.
And you wasn't out there with no bitches. You was out there having a great time.
Yeah, I was just having a good time.
Wilding with your boys. I know, I get it. I'm in the same boat. That's me.
I pissed off the neighbors, but fuck them. It's Saturday.
Fuck you, it's the weekend.
It's 5 a.m. It's a fucking weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I did that every once in a while, but I had a bunch of fireworks. What would you expect?
Hey, guess what? Fuck Doug and Sue or whatever the fuck. Who cares about them, bro? Because you know what? At the end of the day, they gonna wake your ass up anyways at 8 a.m. when that motherfucker starts mowing the lawn, bro. Fuck him.
Oh, yeah, they don't. They know not to mess with me. There's fireworks. Who doesn't like fireworks, man? Come on.
Yeah, it's for the kids, goddammit. Even though
I wish I had some right now. Damn.
I always love fireworks because I grew up in South Carolina, in the state where fireworks were always legal. And then when we first moved to Ohio, shit was illegal and we couldn't even do shit.
Wait, you got fireworks on you right now?
I might. I'm looking.
If you got some type of firework,
fucking weird owls going crazy.
Go light that shit off live on the podcast.
M80s or some shit.
Go light off a bottle rocket on the podcast. That should be dope. Live.
I'll try.
This man's live and wild out, man. I got some bottle rockets in my closet.
Oh shit.
Oh, I guarantee I have some up there. Let's have to try to.
So while he's looking for that, what's up with the apartment thing you was talking about? Let's get into that while he's looking.
What do you mean?
Whatever you were saying, something about the apartment.
What
y'all were talking about?
Oh shit! No. We were me and Al were speaking upon, like, you know how new age like you never went to a big university or anything like that, so
No.
you probably don't really know about this, but that first year when you move into university, as they would call it, and fucking
University.
yeah,
I can't stand when people use
I went
that.
to university with. No, you go to college. So that first year, if you don't got a homie going to fucking school with you, you got to have a roommate.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was talking with Al about today was, and the new age way of thinking with people caring about everybody is, I raised the question is, nowadays when you go to that, you live in a dorm and they just give you a random roommate, if you're a chick, like, do you get a transgender person randomly living with
damn.
you? And the thing that I brought up to Al was, what the fuck are you gonna do when you come home and old girl's got her dress rolled up, jerking cock when you walk in the fucking door? What are you gonna do?
Oh my God, man! Because I think either way,
What are you gonna do?
If we're being honest here, I think it would be neither feasible as a male roommate or a female roommate to have a fully transgender roommate unless you were 100% comfortable.
Yeah, but out west, you already know that they fucking care about people.
Right,
so
but
you know it's going to happen.
I feel like if that's the case, then they would put other transgenders with each other. I don't know, man. That's just weird.
Isn't that a fucking great question?
I don't think you can put a transgender, like a male to female, with a female.
Why not?
Because
that's a real female.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think that's right.
In today's thoughts and processes, that's a real female.
I just don't think that's right. I think you.
We ain't saying it's right. What's going on and what's right are two different things.
Yeah, but I think you
ain't that right, Al?
Yeah, I'm confused on what.
I feel like you still have to separate them by their birth gender.
Oh boy, you can't be saying shit like that at UCLA.
You're right. USC, I think it was.
They just passed a law about
you went to
basically.
No. We're talking about
what I'm
USC.
saying is,
USC passed that. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. They released that statement of banned words on their campus, and it was a lot of like gender specifying.
No,
shit.
did you hear about the bill that was just passed in California about basically that, in a way, kind of like help pedophiles?
That's fucked up.
Like, if you're within a 10-year radius from the 14 to 17-year-old range, that basically, seriously, it just passed today.
Wait, what?
Senate bill, it's Senate Bill 145 in California. Look it up.
I'll put it on screen.
The reason why they passed it was, I guess, to help the discrimination against the LGBT community.
But at the same time, like if you, I just think there's too many scenarios where even if you're a supporter of an LGBTQ community, like, would you 100% feel comfortable rooming with a girl, like a transgender male to female, like a female to male? Would you feel comfortable having to watch them change every single day or be around them? Like, obviously, bathrooms and shit exist, but as a roommate in college, you're bound to see something here and there. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna 100%.
I can tell you from
you can't
experience.
100% avoid like accidentally seeing somebody or walking in on somebody.
Listen,
it's bound to happen.
Right. Like, nothing against it, but I mean, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
I can tell you from experience, because I've told you these stories, Al, about the chick that I live with and we weren't together.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you, no, do not live with the chick unless you are with her, because shit gets fucking weird.
Yeah,
I've talked about
this shit
before.
Though. It's technically a dude, right? Like, they're technically a
dude.
No,
not today's. No, that's a woman, a real woman.
Yeah, but if it's a male or if it's a female to male, she identifies as male.
But they haven't broken down if just because you've had the surgery or not had the surgery, you're still a woman. So that's a woman, right? I mean,
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, in today's standards, that's just because you say you're a woman, right? Even if you can lift up that skirt and jerk that cock, you're still a woman, right? I mean,
you can't
seriously. Yeah, you can. Seriously.
I mean,
seriously, Al, please elaborate.
I mean, dude, I don't even know on that topic, dude.
Yeah, I get it, but like, seriously, that's how gender shit goes nowadays. If you say that you identify as a woman, it doesn't matter if you got two balls and a cock, you're a woman.
That's true.
If that's your roommate, she probably went to the fucking links and said, I identify as a woman, I haven't had the surgery, I would like to be roomed with a woman. And then you got some fucking normal ass, I don't want to say normal, that's fucked up.
100%.
Some chick that came from Hilliard, Ohio, that wanted to get a random roommate because she went to some school that was, 500 miles away. She didn't know anybody. She gets a fucking roommate, right? She walks in.
Yeah.
And she sees her roommate has got a little bit of a fucking face scrub going on. She got a little bit of a beard. And she looks at that girl and she's like, yeah, I can tell this ain't what I expected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I think it's hard to talk about from three men that like.
No, I don't think so.
We're not against the LGBT community.
No, we're not. No, we're not. But
we also
got to be real, too.
But we also feel strongly enough to say that I would not want to room with a person like that. I'm not hating on them. Do whatever you want to do, but I would not feel comfortable personally.
Especially as women face so many fucking problems that we don't. Like, rape culture is a real fucking thing.
True. And all it takes is for one incident.
That's what I'm saying. Incident. So, like...
And then it's fucked.
Like, women go out wearing some fucking PJ pants and a hoodie, and they get drugged, and fucking next thing you know, they're getting raped by two different dudes, and they didn't go out asking for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the idea that you could randomly get roommated with a transgender person that's biologically a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a big thing for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I brought up earlier. You know,
it's like
you want to be
like
nice
no one
to
gives
them.
a fuck. Like I'm going out at OU, like raging, like.
You want to be nice.
If I fall asleep in the grass somewhere.
Yeah, you want to be nice. You want to be nice and you want to be inclusive. But at the end of the day, as an innocent young woman, you get partnered with a transgender person. You don't know what the fuck they went through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walk in. Yeah. Like I said, they're jerky cock. When you walk in, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do, man? Like,
I would like to know the percentages of.
One time.
I can't wait to hear.
I would like to know the percentages of females and the percentage of all straight females, or maybe they're bi-curious or lesbian or whatever. I would just like to know the percentage of females that would be okay with a transgender man rooming with them, jerking dick and balls on. You know what I mean?
Before the surgery.
I don't. Yeah, I would like to see the actual.
Pre-surgery, I want to know the statistics
of
this. I do too.
Be okay with it and wouldn't be okay.
And the fact that you didn't know before.
Yeah,
like it just happened. Excuse me, sorry.
That's true. I feel like that's a thing where you would have to.
Yeah.
The university would almost have to put a option.
Like, are you open to this?
Yeah. Are you okay with possibly rooming with said person?
With a transitioning individual.
You should be able to check yes or no at that point. I think that's the only fair way to do it.
How do you feel, Al?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And, also, while you're at it, don't let your buddies take home transgender. Don't let your buddy be fucking trannies like that one was. That you know, you know who I'm talking about.
Talk about Timmy. He knows. Hey, Al knows about Timmy. Timmy B.
Dude. No, one time I woke up face down on a floor in a dorm at OU. I think my friends that went there were like, I think they were freshmen. And it was like, I woke up, looked, and there was these chicks. They're like, hey. I was like, hi. They're like, do you want some coffee? I was like, sure. Like, how'd you get it? I was like, I literally had no recollection of what the fuck I did. They're like, no, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, we just, like, saved you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. What floor are we on? And they're like, 2? I was like, okay. And then I took my coffee and left and went up to, like, the 3rd floor.
Hey, I know the feeling.
I have no recollection. Dude, I was... I mean, I had my clothes. They were all hot too. I was like, how did I not like do anything? But
that is one of the.
Oh well, at least I was all right. They were like nice as fuck. They were just like, "Oh, it's cool. We brought you in," and you just like kind of fell over. I was like, "Cool."
That's like one of the funniest situations you can be in though, because I was.
Oh, and then I had to go get my friend out of jail. Like right after, I had to go get. They're like, "Adam's in jail." I was like, "Ah."
Was it public intoxication?
No, they let him out. They were like, please get him the fuck out of here. He's been a nuisance place.
They don't want to lock you up for some bullshit like that. You know what I mean?
No, he did something. He's like shattered a beer bottle outside of a bar.
Oh, that's fucking dumb.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Shit, I got fucking maced outside of a bar in Morgantown for no reason. Just because I was there.
Just because there was other people.
And then I took all my clothes off and ran up the street and went back into the fucking dorm room. And they're like, your eyes are messed up. We can't see you. I'm like, fuck you. Like, it was there were some foreign people that didn't really speak English. I'm like, dude, I literally just got maced. She goes, I can't see your eyes. I'm like, bitch, like, I just got fucking maced. Like, are you gonna be able to see my fucking eyes? My eyes are light. You know they're gonna be fucking red. Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been maced. My buddy.
It's the worst shit you'll ever
My
do,
buddy's
bro.
fucking cousin sprayed it on my hat when I was like,
that fucking.
I was only like 17
that police grade mace, man, that shit'll fuck you up.
He had like, it was like arm. He was like in the army. He like
the shit
sprayed it on my hat.
It ain't like it ain't like them hilltop bitches that think that you're about to touch them the wrong way, so they spray you some bullshit.
Right.
They bought up at Alibaba's fucking corner store.
That happened to
you? No, it didn't happen to me, but I know it happens. But you get that police grade fucking mace sprayed in your fucking eyes straight up.
This is like military grade shit,
man. Yeah, they're shooting.
He had it because he was like in the army
at us and shit. It's bad.
He sprayed that shit on my fucking my hat. It was cold as fuck out, so he sprayed it on the top of my like a beanie on. He sprayed it on that because when I took it off, I don't know what that was. I don't know what the fuck I took off, but he sprayed it on the top of that, and then I put it on, and like I couldn't see for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that shit fucks you up, man.
My eyes were fucked up, dude. Like I was
bad. Imagine
like I was just like
military grade shit sprayed right in your eyes just because you're standing there.
Yeah, we were with this.
I was planning on going there and having a fun night. Nah, I'm fucked.
Dude, we were out in like redneck. We were out like with his aunt. His aunt was like yelling at his cousin, like, "Why the fuck would you do that shit, then?" We made like a pyramid of fucking like 300 Natty Light cans. And then the dude knocked it over too.
Oh
He was
shit!
just a fucking douche nozzle.
That sounds like a fun jackass.
It was a fun. Oh, it was
like
a
a
fun night.
jackass skit to stack up a bunch of beer cans and mace your buddy and watch him run through them or some shit. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, my eyes were fucking swollen like a mother. Like, oh god, I can like feel the pain right now. Like I can't imagine. I cannot imagine just getting sprayed straight up in the eyes with that shit.
It's got to never be fun, man. You can't fuck around. You can't fuck around with some of that shit. I think it would suck to get maced and tasers. Both like those would both fucking be kind of shitty.
Oh yeah, tased. I'd rather get tased than maced.
That's true. Electrocution isn't as bad, and you know it's gonna last like a couple minutes instead of fucking a couple hours.
Yeah, mace, like, dude, and if it gets on shit, it's just gonna stay on it, and it's just gonna keep fucking you up.
Yeah.
Well, I found some fireworks.
No, I got a quick question.
I only have M88.
No, like I want the listeners to know, like, how has your life been going? Like recently, like your dating life and
mine.
Yeah, how's it been going for you?
Oh, not too bad. I've been hanging out with this chick. I don't know where that's gonna go, but.
Do we ever know where it's going to fucking go, bro?
Hey, sometimes it don't have to go nowhere. Just enjoy it while it lasts, you know?
I was talking about this shit either. Like, I really do feel like you really get involved with people. I feel like there's a reason why. Like, they teach you something. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's a little short fling, whether it's a long relationship, whether it's somebody that you really like and they just don't give a fuck about you, that shit teaches you something. Like, damn, I was really 100%. Chasing you, but I just feel like at the same time, like, I don't want to be a morbid of a person, but I feel like the more you really try and you get let down by people, it just makes you want to be a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that a bad thing to say, Al?
Yeah. Oh, no, you want to be better, though. That's the thing. You don't want, especially the person that lets you down, your chick, you don't want her to look back at you and be like, oh, yeah, good thing I left them. No.
I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about people that, like, you really don't get that serious with, but you was really all about them. You know what I'm saying? And then they just ghost you or something like that. I feel like it kind of pushes you to be a little bit more of a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying on that. But you don't want to, you still want to be like, oh, yeah, I'm like better than you stuff.
How do you want to be, Al?
Like, I just always try to prove any chick I've been with that I've gotten better since I've been with her.
Are you one of those people that want to leave somebody better than how they were when you met?
I'll
let some bitches.
No, not necessarily. I'm not saying I'm like. I'm not saying that I'm better, but I'm like, you don't ever want to let someone like see you worse or see you failing or see you struggling.
Well, no, you've talked about before, like how you respect women that you've been talking to that are honest and upfront with you and tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, I met somebody else. I can't talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's huge too. You can't play with somebody.
Like, don't ghost motherfuckers. Yeah, that's horrible.
I've had that happen to me before too, and you know who I'm talking about. That one bitch.
No, I
that
get
fucking. That's what she did, man.
Like
hanging out with her, cuddling with her, and shit. Like, you know, fucking around, and then next thing you know, they just go ghost, and you don't hear from them for fucking 6 months or something, and then they hit you back up. It was like, yo, sorry, I was dating somebody and then it didn't end well, blah blah blah. How you doing again? Like nothing ever happened. Like, fuck that shit, man. I'd rather you just straight up come and say something,
bro. Or even the worst, where they're just gone. It's like, dude, just tell me. Like, it's all good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you haven't even like. It's like, yeah, just tell him, just be like, hey, I met someone. It's like, okay, cool. Like,
I'm glad that you told me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how everyone needs to be real, dude. That's my thing. Like, you gotta be real with people. Like,
Facts.
Don't fucking just ghost someone. That shit. I've done it once or twice, like, and I feel bad for it still.
Yeah, I know.
I still feel bad for it. It's
I agree with that because I
should have just texted. I should have just texted or called him and like, hey, I'm not interested, or just
I'm
whatever.
Not interested. My bad. I hope you find what you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like you dated him for years.
But you're caught up in the fucking moment though. At the same time, so you're just like,
yeah,
whatever,
but
like,
still, you should. I would say anyone should just, if that's going on, I would say just shoot a text. And even if you don't respond to the text, if she's saying something, you at least said it.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my thing on it. Like, I hope any chick that ever does that to me again, if it ever happens, to just do that, I probably won't even respond. I'll be like, okay, cool. You made her statement.
It's honestly at that point, it's like, cool. I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you found somebody. You know what I mean? Or at least somebody you thought. You know.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. A chick did that to me like 2 weeks ago. I think that's what I said.
Hell yeah!
I was like, I think I said that. Like, cool. Like, yeah. And then I haven't talked to her because
that was the naval chick, right?
I might text her right now, though.
Hey, don't be like Big Crispy. Big Crispy always be doing that. He be sitting there thinking, next thing you know, you like, damn, I should text that bitch. So then I'll be texting her. No. And then next thing you know, you be heartbroken in about a couple weeks.
It's only 11:30. No.
Fucking early.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Too early.
It's too early. You gotta wait till at least like two.
If you're looking at your phone thinking about texting a girl, like after you had like 2 or 3 beers, you know, after you done fucked up and drank like 14, you're gonna end up texting her.
Oh yeah.
And then you look back, you're like, God damn, I'm a fucking horrible person. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean, Al.
No, I'll be like, I'm good, and then it's 2:30 a.m. in an Uber on my way home, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. God,
I was just thinking.
Here goes the text.
You know?
Hey,
dude,
man.
Then I start texting. Then it's
There's a couple times I texted a girl. She came over. We did our thing, and then I regretted it. That very first 5 minutes after you busted a nut, you lay down in bed next to you. They cuddle up next to you. You're like,
you can't.
God damn, what did I do, son?
Damn, you wasn't feeling them from the beginning, and they're cuddling up next to you afterward.
You needed to get that quick nut off, man, and then you have that.
I think you're just
post nut
nice
clarity,
guy,
man. You have that post nut clarity, and you're like, oh fuck.
I always say I have a phone call and go down and grab a beer from the fridge.
You just start getting fucked up again. You're like, God damn.
Yep.
And then fucking.
He's laid on the couch while
either
she's
watch
in his
porn
bed.
or play fucking Grand Theft Auto.
I can't lie. Yeah. I did that one time to a girl. I met this girl on Tinder. Ugly bitch. Ugly bitch, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. She was pretty big and she was pretty ugly. And I was like, you know what? I'm down bad right now.
Why'd you swipe on it?
I just need some pussy. And I swiped right, matched, because I knew I was gonna match with her. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, girls like that just be swiping right, so you know you're gonna get a match, and then they gonna mess with the first one. And it was one of those situations. It was one of those situations, bro. 10 minutes into the conversation, she's already talking about coming through, sucking some dick. So I'm like, shit, man. She drove. She drove all the way from Chillicothe to Hilliard when I was living out that way. Drove from Chillicothe to Hilliard.
Big Crispy's cock.
Sucked it.
Man.
I ended up fucking her, right? And then I regretted it. And the next morning, like, she got to my house at like 3 a.m., bro. So by the time that's all wrapping up, bro, it's probably like 10, 11 o'clock. I got absolutely zero sleep.
Just another day in daylight.
That's when I was living with my mama and shit still, and they were gone. They were gone for the weekend. But I made up an excuse and was like, oh shit, my mom's coming home early. You need to get the fuck out the house so she could kick out because she was trying to stay there all day. And I wasn't about it. I was like, no, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry you got to leave. I know, I wanted to stay and watch movies with you all day too, but I just can't have them coming home and catching us, and made her leave. She drove all the way back to Chillicothe. I blocked her. Shit, I felt so fucking bad.
Oh my.
That was a real scummer move.
Big Crispy making scummer moves sometimes, just like
it can happen to anybody. It don't matter whether you're Big Crispy or you Christian Klein. You can get scum moved on by an ugly motherfucker. It happens. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now them. When you bag a dime and you pull a scummer move and you an ugly motherfucker, she's taking that shit to heart.
Yeah, it's over.
She's taking that shit to heart. She she can't tell her friends like, I just got fucked on by this motherfucker, and then they're gonna be like, let me see a picture of him, and then you show a picture of Big Crispy. Oh, it's over for you. You get roasted for the rest of your life in that friend group, man.
That's some shit you keep in your toy chest and don't let everybody know about it.
Damn straight.
Oh, dude, I had a chick who was, if you saw her if she's sitting at a booth and you saw her face, you'd be like, oh my God. And if she stood up, you'd be like, oh my God. So she was,
God.
And I did it in my parents' basement. And I was like, oh, fuck, I cannot have my dad see this going up. So I had to make some shit up. I was like, I think I told him the side of the house was on fire or something.
Damn.
And rushed her out the front door.
That's funny as fuck.
I was like 19.
Damn.
Man,
But dude, no, she looked like a smoke show, and then her body was like
shit like that can happen, man.
Like 100.
She looked like a smoke show, and then you looked at her and you said, "Oh no."
No, her face was like a skinny hot chick, and then her body was like a.
Oh, so she was lying. She was lying to everybody on that app, huh? She was taking pictures.
No, she wasn't even on it. This was before the app. I don't know how I met this chick.
Oh shit!
It just is what it is.
So you just never seen her never seen her like that until that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was hammered and I met her and was like, "Oh, this chick's hot," and then woke up and was like, "Oh my God."
She's all been there, baby. We all been there, baby.
She's way too big.
Shit. Hey, you know what? Things happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't regret it.
No, and that's one of those things, man. You kind of have to admit that shit. It's funnier when you admit it. When you can sit down and admit your buddy's like, man,
I don't give a shit.
I banged this ugly motherfucker. Because sometimes, you just need some pussy.
Damn.
Sometimes you just need, or you going to end up buying a Riley Reid fucking sex doll, or you're going to fucking end up getting some mouth with a tongue and some teeth and
the shit
esophagus.
The Big Crispy's got in his possession.
What are we talking about now?
He's got him a Riley Reid. He's got him a Riley Reid fake butt.
It's like a torso, pussy, and ass. That thing is fucking banging.
He just bought him a new face with a nice new tongue. Like
who has that?
Big Crisp over here.
Hey man, you know what? Sometimes listen. You can get pussy. You can get pussy all you want. Pussy's great. But you know what's even better? You know what's even better? Not having to jerk off with your hand. And I ain't ashamed of it. I like that shit because you know what? It gives me something else. I don't want to.
I don't.
You want to palm it for the rest of your life? No, I don't mind fucking a fake mouth or a fake pussy or ass, bro. It still feels good. You throw some lube on that shit, you don't know the difference. You fucking in it.
Damn.
And it's like training. You know, you go to the gym, lift weights. You gotta train your cock. You gotta, fucking stamina, man.
Damn, this fucking podcast.
I got fucking carpal tunnel, dude. My hand's not gonna be able to work if I don't get surgery on it sometime.
Exactly. So why not you get a little ass piece you can just set up on your bed?
You one of them Riley Reid joints.
I might have to look into it.
Hey man, they got some pocket pussies up at the Lion Den for like $10.
Yeah, but you also
get you a good deal.
You don't have to do that. the Hinge is popping for you.
Hey, Hinge is a good app, ain't it?
It is a good app.
Yeah, it's good.
You got to pay for them unlimited swipes, and this shit gets crazy.
It's not like the days where we used to, or I should say you used to, fucking log up into the app, get a VPN, and change your location so you can talk to bitches in foreign countries because Christian likes him.
You know how I feel about some Latina big booty bitches.
My dude.
Hey, don't be talking about what I had to do. I'm thinking about doing it again.
Now, my buddies pulled them from overseas, not in the army, just traveling.
Oh, I know. I did the same thing. It gets very... It's exhausting. It's very exhausting. Because I was all about the Colombians, and they speak Spanish, and I had to translate everything that fucking I wanted to say.
This man was Google translating
everything, and they were beautiful fucking women. And I just finally said, I was like, dude, this is just too fucking much, man. I can't do it. But now I think I'm just gonna save up my money and go over there by myself. Next thing you know, you ain't gonna hear from me for a while. And I'm gonna bring back a new bitch like it's 90 Day Fiance. Oh, man.
Down bad, man.
Oh, yeah. My dude was in fucking... He said he was in Kuwait. I'm like, why the fuck are you in Kuwait?
Man, why was he chasing after them?
He wasn't... I don't know if I told him about that while he was there. He was like, oh, my God. He was like, I got to stay away from these. I'll make sure to be in by a certain hour. But no, he's in there with he's been to 100 countries.
Oh shit!
Damn, man.
There's a picture of him riding a camel with playing the flute with a cobra dancing next to it. You know they do that shit in India.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dude, he's nuts. He just goes to all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could fucking handle that shit.
I guess your question is what if you could choose a chick from any country, which country you choosing her from?
Hey, you already know about me. I'm a big fan of the bitches in Medellin.
Medellin.
You already know about me in the Medellin.
Oh,
that needs to be a shirt.
If it ain't in Brazil, I'm going to Medellin.
Is that a place?
Go ahead and look up Medellin, baby. Go ahead and look up Medellin.
Dude, I would honestly do a German, a legit.
A blonde chick?
Yeah.
You like the blonde chicks? I feel you. I'm the complete opposite.
I can't say so. I've been all.
I mean, I like all chicks, but something about a blonde German with the accent.
I'm the exact opposite. I want the Moreno. I want the fucking fat ass with the brown hair, the brown eyes. Telling me I need to get my shit together.
See, I've been. I wouldn't say I've been all over, but I've been kind of in the North market of fucking women. You know what I mean? I've been a little diverse here and there. had me a little taste of everything. But the one thing that's always escaped me that I still haven't gotten to was an Asian man, and I just want to hook up with an Asian.
That's a fantasy, though.
Yeah, but I mean, not no like petty, no having ass Asian, no
a fantasy
like,
and what you're looking for, different
from a
things,
little Asian girl. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind hooking up. If I had to choose a girl from a country, I'm probably choosing some chick from Tokyo or Japan.
Just because you never had it before, but
exactly because I've had it. I've had almost everything else that I wanted.
Damn, Big Chris has had everything.
You know, I've been to Africa. I've been out, to Sweden. I've been all over the place.
Yeah, I get you. I
got I got a buddy who will only. It's like almost Asians only. For him.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do Asian.
He's a white dude. Like he just that's just. I mean, he's attracted all as any man is.
Well, that's just what he's in.
When it comes to women, he's like, yeah, he wants the Asians, man. That's his thing.
But he somehow finds them though, right?
Yeah, he finds them.
Maybe I got to get up on AsiansOnly.com or some shit. Maybe that's the thing. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. I think Asians are good. That like Asian girls, most of them are cute. There are some that I mean, that's every race. There's most of them are cute. But I think the thing I like about Asian women is Asian women love to please their man.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They're always willing to take care of you. They go cook you dinner. They're gonna keep the house clean.
I'm fucking hungry.
They're fucking cool as shit. You know what I mean? Shit, it's just the thing.
Yeah, they're
all right, Al. I think we're about to wrap up the fucking podcast. You got any last words for the listeners?
Just keep it real. I'm a little tired here.
No, I feel you.
Real question is
staying up with us.
What's your biggest goal for 2023, Al?
My biggest goal, honestly, is to catch another fish to put on my wall.
Hell yeah!
Hey,
that is my biggest.
Maybe find a chick that. Maybe find a chick that you want to be with.
Hey, I hope success in your goals for 2023.
Hey, Al's a good fucking man. Al's a great man. I can't wait to have him on the podcast in real life.
For real, we're gonna pass it around. This is gonna be the closing argument before we get into song of the day. What is your go-to? What's the one goal you want to do?
My go-to goal of this new year is be able to fully let go and be able to make the money that I want to make, but also be able to keep the focus of the goals that I'm setting for this year. Like to be able to
stay on track.
Like we talked about today, like I'm big on the short films and I'm big on filmmaking and comedy sketches. Like that's one of my favorite things. Like I want to actually together fucking fulfill that. Because we are good at it, and it's just something that we need to fucking focus on, and that's my main focus of the whole year.
I feel it. I think one of the biggest goals I want to work on, like as an us thing and just as a thing in general. I would love to be able to work with different creators and travel out of state, work with people out of state, and just continue to build the following we have, and successful working with different companies, different brands and shit. I would love to work, with some different brands and companies. And, we'll just see what 2023 has evolved, because with us expanding our network and, we're going to expand what we're doing and shit, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. We got this shit going.
For real. And since we're wrapping it up here, how we do it. We end it with song of the day every single day. So my man Christian Klein's going to hit you with his song, and then we're going to play it out.
Hey, the song of the day is Get to Getting Gone by Bailey Zimmerman.
Shit. You know what it is. Bailey Zimmerman staying hot, going on tour with Morgan Wallen.
Wallen this year?
Shit. Be on the lookouts. Noaconlyfans might be up in that shit.
You already know.
Hey, we appreciate everybody. We can't wait to see you next Friday. Episodes returning back to normal. Be on the lookout for extra shit. And you know what? We love you. And we'll see you right back here
next Friday. Let's go. Good night, babies.